my as of yet unnamed program. Today we are going to make chicken fried steak nuggets Southwest style. Basically all I'm going to do is put some taco seasonings in there, mix it in with some grass-fed ground beef because it's the best for you and it tastes really good. And then I'm going to dredge it in flour, eggs, and breadcrumbs and fry it in some grapeseed oil. So let's get started. So this will be really simple. I'll open up this package. I use because most if not all the ingredients are fairly natural. So I'm going to just dump that into a pound of ground beef. Now you don't have to use grass-fed, but I like to because again it's a better taste. So I'm just going to mix that all up in the taco seasonings. Taco seasoning is made for 1 pound of ground beef, so that's what I'm using. And of course some spoons. Mix that all together, like so. And I mean, do you have to incorporate it all the way and make it all nice and clean and yummy? No, probably not. But it's good to mix it through a little bit, but you don't want to work it up too much because you want the ground beef to be able to stick together a little bit. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to wash my hands first. I'm going to take 1 teaspoon and I'm just going to make little nugget size balls and put them over here on a plate like so. And I'm going to keep on doing that until all the ground beef is gone out of the bowl. So I'll be right back. So I've gotten all my meat rounds all done. What I'm doing now is I'm just flattening them so they'll look more like nuggets than meatballs actually. So I'm going to do that, and then what I'll do is I'll cover it with some plastic wrap and put it in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes so they'll firm up a little bit again, so that when I'm handling in the dredging then they won't fall apart. And so in about 15 minutes I'll be back and show you the dredging process and then putting them into the nice hot oil. The last time I did the film for the chicken nuggets, this is where I got this idea from. I think the oil was a little bit too hot, so I'm going to manage that a little bit better. And so now they're ready to go into the refrigerator, and I'll be back in 15 minutes. Well, while we're waiting around, just waiting around for the meat to get a little bit harder, I'm going to experiment and make some dip for these things. And since it's the Southwest, what I'm going to do is take some Greek yogurt, some Parmesan cheese, because cheese is always good in everything, right? Some hot sauce, I'm going to call it Chipotle yogurt dip. But since I love hot stuff, I'm going to put a little bit more of a bite to it and use this really hot pepper sauce. And then I'll taste it and tell you what I think. So I'm going to grab a ½ cup of yogurt, Greek yogurt, throw it in there, just estimating. But I'll show you ½ cup so you can like measure, all you people who like measuring. Shake some Parmesan cheese in there. Yeah, it's a Kraft stuff, but you know, it'll mix in good. Mix some of that in. Put some hot sauce in there. You can use any hot sauce you want. I like this because it's less vinegary. And just a few dashes. Whoop, that's a little bit more than a few dashes, but that's okay. Comes out fast. And what I'll do, mix that stuff up. I'll chew it. I'm not adding any kind of salt or pepper, or pepper might be good though. It still looks like it needs more hot stuff in it, so I'm gonna put that in there. I'm not even Jamaican. Anyhow, put a little bit of that in there. This stuff's rather spicy, but I love it. So I'm gonna mix that in there, like so. Taste it. Ooh, I'll tell you what, the cheese adds to it. That's the... I think I'm going to add some pepper. Ooh, that's spicy. Some Himalayan pink salt, because I don't use normal salt anymore. Add a little bit of saltiness to it. Mix that in there. I also used a lime juice substitute. You can use regular lime juice in there, and I think it's coming to fruition. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit, let all the flavors meld together, because it's pretty good off my finger, but I bet you it'll be awesome on a nugget. And since it's like a taco nugget, I could call it that, the hot sauce and the yogurt will taste really good. It's almost, I bet you can make this with sour cream too. Okay, so I have all my setup all ready to go. I put some flour down. I'm mixing up 2 eggs. I put some panko breadcrumbs down, because panko breadcrumbs do not absorb as much oil as regular breadcrumbs do. I have salt. I also have ground flax meal. I did that to add some fiber and some nutrition to it. Garlic. I have pepper. So we'll get that started. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the salt, do a pinch of salt in the breadcrumbs. I'm going to do a pretty big pinch of the flax meal. Throw some garlic in there, and lastly some nice ground pepper, and that's where it'll be seasoned at. And just mix that around with a hand, like so. Mix it in, and I'll tell you what, all this will go really great with the dip we just made, hopefully. Anyways, so I got that all mixed in there, and I'm just going to do like any other dredging operation, other than, you know, dredging channels and making water deeper. Use the wet hand for the egg, put it in the breadcrumbs, move that around, and I'll put it in a pan right here. Just rest it right there. And take the next one, throw it into the flour. You know, I still don't know exactly why they put flour first. I guess it sticks the egg, but I'm just going to do what they say. And I'll do that. Probably not doing this right, but whatever. Put that in there, and I'll just keep on doing my whole plate of meat, just like this, and fill up that pan over there. I'm going to put them in that pan and just rest it there, so when I bring it over to the frying pan, I can just go from the pan to the frying pan. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep doing this for a little bit, and you don't have to watch me at all, because, well, you know, we want to make a short video, not a long one. Right. So I'll just keep doing this until I'm done. Okay, so I have my grapeseed oil, and it's supposed to be really good for, actually lowering cholesterol and increasing your good cholesterol and decreasing your bad cholesterol. So I put a nice covering of grapeseed oil in here. Now I'm going to let it heat up, and it was, as with my last video, okay everybody, can you answer this question? How do you test to see if the oil is hot enough? Take a wooden spoon, put in the oil, and a burble. So once I test that and it does it, because right now I just put it in, it's not burbling, see? No burbles. Okay, so, and here are all the nuggets. Oh, I'll tell you what, they look good now. Wait until they're fried. Ooh, buddy. Okay, as you can see, it's bubbling around my wooden spoon. So I'm going to just gently take each one and gently put them in oil, like so. That's a nice little, can't hear it starting to bubble up, but it's frying. And like they say, don't crowd them. So you'll probably do maybe 3 sets of nuggets. So I'm going to do a little less than half, and I'll come back when these are turned over. Probably cook one side for about 3 or 4 minutes, turn over, cook the other side for about 3 or 4 minutes, and they should be done. So I'm going to keep on cooking. Watch those burble, and I'll be back when they're done. Okay, let me show you my fork and nuggets, and I'm going to cut one in half. And because they're beef nuggets, oh, look at the inside of that. That is perfectly done. Look at that. Looks good inside. Ooh, look at that. Now, here is my dipping sauce. So I'm going to take one of my halves with my finger, because I don't mind my finger touching my food, and I am going to take a bite. Oh man. It's very good. Tastes very, very much like taco meat. And it has a crunchiness that would be with a taco. And the dip actually tastes like even though it's made with Greek yogurt, it actually tastes like a sour cream dip. And as you can tell, I'm cooking the rest of it. It looks really good. Oh, it's so good. I think once you make these, you're just going to make them all the time. So, thank you very much for watching. Next week, I will be making the corn chips, and I'll show you that episode. But I want to make you these first, and I want to make me these first, because one, it's dinner time, and two, I want to see how they would work, and they worked really good. So please have a wonderful and amazing day, and enjoy.